Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Comic Book Burrito Extra Beef. My name's Darian.
My name's Landon.
And today we're discussing two of, or could be said, the greatest Batman movies of all time.
Yeah.
Batman 1989 and Batman Returns, the two Tim Burton films.
Yes.
But before we get into that, Landon, how you been doing?
I've been doing good. I just rewatched these movies, and I also went back to play some of the video games for these movies, which, I mean, they still hold up today, especially Batman 89.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're great. Those are great games on the NES and Super Nintendo. So if you have one, if you have one of those consoles, I totally recommend picking up those games if you ever get a chance or emulate them. But what about you, though?
Yeah, like I've also watched those movies. I watched 1989 earlier in the week, and I watched Returns just a few hours ago. Didn't finish it, but I've seen the movie 100 times, so I know what happens. Yeah, so I guess we can get started into 1989.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you want to talk about like the plot of the movie, and then like the same thing we did with Fantastic Four?
Sure. Do you want to do 89 and I do Batman Returns, or?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Well, here you have a story for this.
All right. So, forgive me if I leave out some details, but I'll just go over the main story. There's some shady stuff going on in Gotham, and I'm pretty sure this is Batman. This is like the introduction of the Batman to Gotham, right? Sort of. At least the police don't believe in him.
I think it's more of like a myth until they actually see him.
Mm-hmm. So, there's that going on. Batman is lurking, and there's some shady stuff going on in the police department. I think there was some corrupt cops, and I think one of them was, I don't know, is it that big guy? What was he doing? Working for the, I don't know, I don't want to call it the mafia. Maybe it was sort of.
It was kind of like the mafia.
Yeah, so like a mafia type thing in Gotham. And one of the, was it the leader was Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah. And leader's name is Jack Napier, I think is what they said in the movie. And sorry, I'm trying to like remember. I'm remembering the whole like story. Anyway, this a bunch of stuff happens, and Bruce Wayne meets Vicky Vale, and they hit it off. All this stuff's going down, and yeah. And Jack Napier and his crew start robbing Axis Chemicals. And
is it not Ace?
No, it's Axis in this universe.
Oh, it's Axis in this. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I totally forgot they changed that. Okay.
Yeah, and there's a whole fight going on. Cops get there. They find they see Batman for the first time, and they were all pretty shocked. And then they go to stop Batman, but that didn't really work. And they go through this whole fight in the factory, and it ends up Batman and Jack. And doesn't Jack shoot Batman?
Yeah. Okay. So I believe he does shoot him,
but it like didn't hurt him.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, it like kind of hurt. I mean, it didn't really hurt him though. It was just kind of Jack was just trying to like just get away. Yeah,
and didn't work. Batman was back. Batman threw. Well, no, hold on. He shot again, didn't he? Or did he shoot the first time and he blocked it and that stuff sprayed on his face?
Well, doesn't he like? Yeah, that is right. He tries to shoot. He shoots like a pipe and it hits him, and he kind of like he falls over into the chemical. Doesn't Batman like catch him though?
Yeah, Batman catches him and his glove slips off, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and he falls into the vat of chemicals, thus birthing the Joker.
Yeah.
That's one thing I also want to talk about real quick before going in more to the plot. I think Jack Nicholson's Joker is my favorite Joker, like live action.
Oh, really? More than like Heath Ledger and all that?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because this is more like comic book Joker.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I mean, if we're going by comic book, obviously he's probably the best live action.
Yeah.
I would say, but like besides him, I really like what was his name? Joaquin Phoenix. I really like him. And
he was good too.
Those two were always been top.
I think maybe I don't know. I just really like Jack Nicholson's Joker. The design was really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's not even like, I mean, he does have the white skin and everything, but he doesn't even get it from the chemical. Like his face turns like, to the smile. But
no, he does get it from the chemicals. He just paints put some makeup on to make himself look normal.
Oh, he does. Yeah, I totally forgot about that part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't know how I'm missing all this because that did happen. Yeah, I remember when I was little, I got confused. I still get confused now after watching it yesterday.
It's thundering at my house.
Let's hope the Wi-Fi doesn't go out.
I hope not. Not again.
It's not gonna be good. Yeah.
Yeah. We probably wouldn't be able to finish the episode.
Yeah, we'd probably have to like delay it a day or something. I don't
know. But anyway, continuing. Batman, Vicky Vale, Bruce Wayne and Vicky Vale still going together, and I think nothing was really going on. And then we see where the Joker shows himself. He gets like some kind of plastic surgery or something by some underground doctor to help him. And he shows up in this office with this guy that kind of screwed him over. And it was one of my favorite scenes in any Batman movie.
Yeah.
And, well, maybe second favorite scene.
Mm-hmm.
My first favorite's in Batman Forever, whenever Riddler and Two-Face meet for the first time.
That's your favorite?
Yeah, because Riddler goes, "I hope you made extra." And then Two-Face goes, "Who are you?" He goes, "Oh, just a friend, but you can call me the Riddler." It's just because Jim Carrey is just, he has such a good charm.
I actually like Jim Carrey as the Riddler a lot.
Yeah.
Just because he's just insane. He's like, you can believe this guy is like totally obsessed with riddles and everything.
Yeah.
And clues and stuff. So, I mean, I like him a lot.
Yeah.
But we ain't talking about.
Yeah, we're talking about them, not those movies. Yeah, but the scene, he's talking, Jack is talking to, no, what's his name? It's not Lawrence, it's a different person. I don't know his name. It's not important. He dies in the scene. He was like, the guy was like, "Jack, maybe we can cut a deal." And he was like, "Jack is dead, my friend. You can call me the Joker." And as you can see, I'm a lot happier now. And he just starts shooting the guy.
Bang. Bang, bang. Yeah.
Like in a bunch of in the most jokery way possible.
Mm-hmm.
Like gun under his legs, behind his shoulder.
Yeah. Literally the best line coming out of this movie. In my opinion, obviously there's a lot of classic lines like, "Ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight."
Mm-hmm.
But like my favorite line is, it's not even like an iconic line, but it's Vicky Vale. She's like interviewing him or whatever, and she's all like, "What do you want?" He's like, "My face on the $1 bill." He just, I don't know, the way he says it. So it's hilarious. I love him.
Mm.
Unfortunately, he's like really sick right now. I hope he, doesn't die or anything.
Oh, Jack Nicholson? Yeah,
apparently he's like very ill.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Yeah, I hope everything's okay with him. But
yeah,
anyways, continue on with your plot.
Yeah, if I can remember most of it. I know I'm skipping some stuff, so maybe that's a good thing because we won't spoil everything. You can go in the movie and enjoy it. Go watch it. This is the whole point of these is basically, if you haven't seen the movie, we're convincing you to go watch it. Except for Fantastic Four, which we told you not to watch.
Yeah, we told you not to watch it.
But he establishes himself as Joker and takes over the crime family. I don't even know what it is. Mafia. And meanwhile, he sends these mimes to City Hall, I think it was. And people are really confused. They're like, oh, what is this? And then Joker shows up with a feather pen and throw it into the guy's throat.
Yeah, something like that.
And kills the dude in front of everybody. And this is kind of stupid. Bruce Wayne was just standing there and he was just doing nothing. And he was just standing there looking at him. And he just walked up to Joker's car door when Joker got back in the car and just stood there looking at him. I was like, what?
Yeah. And by the way, can we just take a minute and appreciate the shots in this movie? Like, I mean, I know it's out of nowhere, but it's like still, I mean, there's like so many iconic shots in this movie. It's even like referenced today in some way, like the bat wing and like in the moon. And, you know, I know it's like iconic, but like, you know, Batman on top of a building with a bat signal, and you told me you want to do that for thumbnail. Yeah. I mean, very, very great shots in this movie. And like all the Batman stuff, you know, looks really dark, has a good look to it. And then every time Joker's up with all the colors and everything, it looks fantastic. Yeah,
I mean, you can thank Tim Burton for that. That's his classic way of doing his movies. Loves to.
Oh, sorry, you keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, Tim Burton loves to do those cool shots.
Like, literally, something I really love looking at in these movies is the concept art, especially for Batman Returns. I think the concept art.
The Joker and the concept art for Batman 1989 is a lot different.
Yeah, he's more of a how does he? What does it look like here?
Like a stick.
He's a stick.
It was like really skinny, and he had a really pointy nose.
That's okay. There we go.
From what I remember, but I may be wrong. It's just been like 4 years since I've seen that concept art.
Yeah, and I'll be talking more about the concept art and Batman Returns, because there's like so much cut content in that movie. So I like to. I'm gonna get into that and
release the Burton cut.
So Batman Returns, like literally, well, it was more of his decision than anything, because I was gonna talk about he was gonna put Robin in the second movie, but he changed his mind because there was just already too many characters.
There wasn't that many characters.
It wasn't that many.
There was there's Selena, there's Bruce, there was
Penguin,
Penguin, Max Shrek, and his son, which is only there for a few scenes, and then, Gordon and Alfred. I mean, you could have put another character in. I mean, let's see.
I don't know, like a major character like Robin.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Yeah, okay. I'll just agree with it. Okay. Guess we'll just take it.
Okay, back to Batman 1989. Anyway, things go down. One of my favorite Joker scenes happens where he goes into the museum and he visits Vicky Vale because Joker grows a liking to her. When I originally watched the movie for the first time, way back when, I thought she was going to end up being Harley Quinn.
Oh, Vicky Vale? Okay.
Joker and her, but but that scene in the museum where he goes, Lawrence, let's broaden our minds, and then when he cuts on the music, and he's just going around like messing up every painting.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It had like the music playing. I forget what song they played.
It was a song by Prince. Party Man, I think. Right. It was Party Man by Prince.
Okay. Yeah, he played Prince music. It sounds great as always.
Mm-hmm. I liked the scene where there was during that little scene, he went up, that one painting was there, and Joker and his guys were walking past it, and the guy went to cut it, and he stops him and goes, "No, I like this one." And it was literally like the darkest painting in there of some like demon.
I like this one. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Sorry. I had to fix something on my end real quick with my Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know. Every line he gives in the movie is just perfect.
Yeah,
and just the way he reacts about stuff. I mean, it's great.
it is. But during that scene, Batman comes in and saves her, and Joker goes after him, and stuff goes on. Jump forward to later, which is the next big thing that I remember. Vicky Vale and Bruce Wayne meeting in her apartment. And she's suspecting that he's got something going on with him. Because of that one scene where he told her that he had a business trip, and Alfred was like, "I don't know what you're talking about. We'll be here for a while," or whatever. And they met in her apartment, and they were talking, and then Joker comes in. Bruce runs away into like another room, and he gets this like metal pan, and I guess he stuck it in his shirt, and which is smart. I mean, this is Batman, the world's greatest detective. He knew he was gonna get shot in the chest for some reason.
Yeah.
But Joker was there, and he was trying to take Vicky away, and Bruce comes out, and he was like, "Oh, another rooster in the hen house." That's what Joker says. And then I like that. And he turned around and he just shot him, didn't he? No, Bruce got a fire poker after he was saying that he knew who he was and all that. And Bruce got a fire poker, and he was like, "You want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts."
Mm-hmm, yeah.
He just shoots him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he just shoots him.
Yeah, but was this at the point where I don't know if this was before or after that we find out that Joker killed Bruce's parents?
Yeah, it's around that part because it's kind of hinted at throughout the movie, where he's like, yeah, that face, I know, it looks kind of familiar. And then he, later on he goes in the Batcave, opens up some old files of his parents' murder, and it's revealed that it was him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is an interesting twist, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because a lot of people still believe that like that's how it is. Still, like,
wasn't it? Didn't they already establish that it was that Joe Chill guy that killed his parents?
They established it, but I mean, people. I mean, they were more likely to watch the movie than read some of the comic books.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay, so Joker killed his dad, because my grandpa, he's still, I think he thinks that Joker killed Batman's parents still.
I mean, it's always interesting. That adds even more deeper layer of connection between them, those two.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I mean, you can't have Joker without Batman, and you can't have Batman without Joker.
Oh yeah,
in some capacity, like they are literally opposites of each other, but they need each other. You know that?
Yeah.
Like, you saw in the Arkham games, Batman lost Joker, and he was like completely different.
Oh yeah.
And Joker never wanted to kill Batman.
Yeah.
He tried to kill Batman, but he never really like wanted to. He knew Batman would probably get out of it.
Yeah. He liked seeing how far Batman would go to get out of something, or escape. Yeah,
that's always a fun dynamic, and I'd love to see that explored in movies. Like we've seen that explored in this movie, in Batman 1989 and The Dark Knight.
Oh yeah,
but that's it, isn't it? Well, no. Well, I was about to say Joker, but no. It did focus on the Wayans a lot, but it wasn't. He didn't really like need them. Kind of hated them.
Yeah. I mean, they're opposite of the same card, and it's kind of I'd say Dark Knight really explains it a lot.
Yeah.
You know, him saying like you complete me.
You know, and Gotham, the show. That's another example.
They really do a lot in that.
Yeah, there's a scene, season 5. It's like one of my favorites. It's when Joker falls in the acid pit. He's still Joker before that. It doesn't call him Joker. They can't call him Joker because of legal reasons. But they called him. His name was Jeremiah. That was his actual human name.
Yeah.
And he's already human, but still. And Bruce was already a pre-vigilante, like just in all black and stuff. Yeah. And they met in Ace Chemicals on this catwalk in front of a bunch of containers of acid. And Bruce goes, Jeremiah! And Joker, I'm just going to call him Joker, walks up and he goes, ready for the final act, Bruce? And then they go to fight, and throughout the whole thing, they're fighting. And Joker goes, you need me. I'm the answer to all your life's questions. Without me, you're just a joke without a punchline. And then right after that, Bruce pushed him into the acid.
Scream. You really just pushed him?
Yeah.
Dang.
No, maybe he didn't push him. I think the railing broke.
Okay, railing broke. Okay. I know that's how it usually is, where like Bruce kind of confronts him or whatever, and he kind of just falls back or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. He just pushes him in there. That ruins his moral code, which they also do.
And then then he comes back as, you remember seeing that picture of like the bald version of him? He had like a few strands of hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that he comes back looking like that in the finale.
Oh, man.
Which is more realistic, I guess.
Yeah, but he's seen better days, though. That's for sure.
Yeah,
he looks like a completely different.
You know, I could argue that he may be more of my favorite Joker than Jack Nicholson. Because it's right now.
I heard a lot of people really liked it. He
was really good in the very first episode, in like season 1. He was really good, and then it just got better once he came back. And he got his face cut off like he did in the comics at one point, and he got stapled back on. And it was awesome. Yeah, but back to the movie. Stuff happens, fights, and Joker being jealous of Batman, and what else happens?
From what I remember, there's not really much else up until
they have the big fight.
Obviously, you have the parade scene.
Yeah, where he gives money to old Gotham.
Yeah, which apparently, there's rumors that there was a scene cut or whatever where you could see his face because he's throwing out money, right?
Yeah.
Like the line I said earlier, he says he wants his face in the $1 bill. Apparently, you can see it, and the money he has, it's like his face on the dollar bill.
Oh,
you know,
that's cool. I should have kept that.
But after that, I think it's it's like up in the clock tower.
Yeah,
or
the church
bell tower. Yeah, church bell tower.
Yeah, and Batman's Batwing crashes. Vicky Vale goes to save him because she knows he's Batman now at this point. And Joker shows up and takes her up there for their wedding. Apparently, they're going to dance, and Batman also goes up. He fights a few goons up there, and I think this is really cool. And can't show you, but I have this Funko movie moments thing I got at a flea market, and it's the scene of Batman and Joker from 1989 Batman on the roof of the clock of the cathedral, with Joker has the glasses on, and he's got blood coming out of his mouth, and Batman's like rearing up to punch him while he's leaning up against the railing.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is. I have it sitting over a shelf over there. Yeah, that he says, "You wouldn't hit the guy with glasses, would you?" And he punches him.
Yeah, he. How about to say he almost kills him, but he.
Well, see
what happens is
Batman and Vicky falling off the roof. Joker's up there dancing and having a good time. He's like, "Hi, I beat you, I did it." And then helicopter comes, jumps on the ladder and goes up. Batman takes his grappling gun, I think it was, shoots it around the on Joker's leg, and it wraps around the gargoyle that was beside him. And Joker's being weighed down now, so he can't climb the ladder. and the gargoyle rips off, and it pulls Joker down, so he's hanging on by like one arm, and eventually he just slips and falls and dies.
Yeah.
And Batman saves Vicky, and then happy days, and then cool scene at the end where he's standing right beside the bat signal.
Oh yeah.
In the end of the movie.
Yeah. Yay. So,
yeah, I mean, but this can be. I know that the 70s Superman movie was really good, and I feel like in my mind, this and that movie are like the same, in my opinion. Like they're the first big movie of two of the biggest heroes ever, and it's just I feel like this movie is just a classic. Like everyone likes this movie. I feel maybe I might be wrong, but
yeah, I mean. This movie, I've seen moreover in recent years that it is very controversial.
Really?
Controversial. Well, they don't believe. Obviously, there's the whole Batman kind of killing thing.
Yeah, he doesn't really kill people in this one, though. I mean, besides Joker, but they didn't really kill anyone else.
Well, they just think that they just really believe that just shouldn't have happened in the movie where Joker dies.
Yeah.
Which I can kind of get behind, but I don't know. There's like a whole plethora of things. I can't even like really mark of like what the key points are because it's really different for different people. Me personally, I love the movie. I think it's great.
Yeah, I do too.
It feels like I'm watching a bunch of candy in my eyes.
Can you believe that this movie was made by Warner Brothers?
No, really?
Yes.
I would never guess. It's so good. Well, I mean, I don't know. I love the colors in this movie. It is so nice looking. I'm never
here.
I always want to look at it.
I'm gonna just share screen real quick. Now, you guys at home don't have to do this, but if you want to know what I'm talking about, I'll tell you what I'm looking up. Can you just share screen? Look at it.
Yeah, I'll look at it now.
Okay. Share. All right. I'm looking up Batman 1989 Funko movie moments. If there's more, then I'm surprised. This is it. This is the thing that I have.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool.
It's over my shoulder.
What you're talking about are always great. I mean, I don't. It's strange because I always want to collect them, but I don't at the same time.
It's not a. I wouldn't say it's a commitment, but it's more like once you start, it's hard to stop, unless you.
Yeah, probably that's why. And I think they're just real. I mean, I always think they're really cool. If they ever come out with like. I've been looking around, and so far I haven't seen a Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man one. But if they ever did have one, I would totally get it. Hopefully, if all these No Way Home rumors are true. Oh crap! Yeah, do they have one? You see, it's like mostly just fan made stuff.
Yeah.
And like, that does look cool. Well, I'm hoping all the No Way Home rumors are true because I can just get all the ones I want. I can get Toby, Goblin, Doc Ock.
I used to collect Funko Pops and I kind of stopped, but I still like if I go into a store like GameStop to pick something up or whatever, I'll go there and look.
Yeah, kind of see what they got.
I mainly look at the Marvel stuff anyway.
Yeah, something I'll tell you what though, the coolest. Kind of the funniest thing that ever came out of this movie, the Batman 1989, was the suit. Yeah, because of like the symbol. It's for one the symbol. But can we talk about that for a minute?
The symbol. That was the first time that symbol was used, right?
What do you mean? Like on a suit?
Like on the Batman suit, the yellow with the black bat symbol in the middle of it.
I mean, wasn't Adam West?
No, he didn't. He didn't have that, did he? He just had the.
Yeah.
Wait a minute! It's been so long since I've seen Adam West Batman. I've no.
No, yeah. He had a bat symbol on him.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like the yellow with the the yellow bat symbol with the black bat.
Yeah, I'm sure
he had that. He had that. Hold on.
Yeah, I look it up right now. Yeah. The yellow with the black. Yeah.
He had that.
Yeah.
Well, like,
for some reason I thought.
I looked up Batman 1666. That's a pirate Batman. That's not 1966. Bat symbol.
Yellow with the black. Yeah.
Yeah. But this is like the old version. I'm talking about like this new one that's been used for like forever now.
The modern symbol. Okay, I see what you're saying now. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
So that spawned like a whole thing. Like he has that almost like in a lot of comics. And then they started doing the no yellow with just the black bat on his chest, and then that's been a thing.
Yeah, it made a suit like gray and stuff, which is what Arkham Asylum's kind of look is. Yeah. And I don't know if you obviously you played Arkham Knight, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We did an extra beef of it. It literally, I bought the 1989 suit, and it feels so weird.
Yeah,
playing the game with its like combat and everything, and using that suit because I know like Michael Keaton would never like move around as Batman like that.
Yeah,
so it looks weird.
I really like the racetrack that came with that. You could go through the parade. And
the parade, and then the second one, it was like the Penguin's Fortress or whatever.
Yeah, but if
that
you
was the only good racetrack.
For Batman 1989, we've really already talked about what we liked and disliked for it. Okay, if you could rate this movie, not being prejudiced to any other Batman movie.
Okay. This is just okay.
Just like you just seen it. Imagine you just seen it, finished watching it. Your rating would be
probably an
out
8.
of 10. Okay, an 8. All right. Yeah.
I feel very comfortable saying that.
I'd say 9.
Say 9. Ooh, higher than me.
Because there's hardly anything wrong with this movie. Besides some like questionable dialogue.
So if you want to talk about some questionable dialogue, yes.
Then let's move into Batman Returns.
Speaking of questionable dialogue, Penguin says some nasty things in this movie.
Oh man, I don't remember any of those lines from when I first watched the movie. Those however many times.
It's funny because I watched that movie.
That's what I get for watching with subtitles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, did you watch it with subtitles?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you got every word. Like literally, I'll watch an episode of. I don't know if you've seen the show, but it's called "It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia."
Doesn't have Danny DeVito in it.
Yeah, he plays this character named Frank Reynolds, and almost him and the Penguin are like exactly alike. So, and like they'll say like very similar things and stuff. So, I love it. So, Penguin is like, okay, out of any of these movies, and I said this in the Comic Book Burrito episode, Batman Returns is my favorite out of the two, purely because of Danny DeVito's Penguin, and
I like Batman Forever better.
I won't understand that.
We can have an episode about the Schumacher movies because I feel like that'd be a good debate.
I would like to do that one day.
Okay, so we do need to announce this episode with the poll for next week.
Yeah.
So should we go ahead and do that now before we move immediately into Returns?
Yeah. Since we're in the middle.
Yeah. All right. So the poll is going to be Christopher Reeve's Superman first. What are we doing? The first one or the first and second?
We're doing the first one. Just the first one.
Okay, just the first of the Christopher Reeve Superman movie in the 1970s. And I guess the next one we could do the Schumacher Batman movies.
Well,
should we?
I guess, but I thought you wanted to do a Marvel show.
No, that's true. It's really difficult.
You wanted to do something DC and Marvel.
Yeah. It's just really difficult. There's not really many good Marvel shows to talk about.
I stand corrected. MTV Spider-Man is the literally. Okay, how about this? I watch Smallville. If you watch MTV Spider-Man, deal.
You got yourself a deal.
Yeah, you watch one season while I watch 10 seasons of Smallville.
Yes.
There's only one season of MTV Spider-Man. I'm so mad.
Well, where do I find that at?
I'm sure here. Hold up.
I was gonna say, if you say MTV, I'm leaving this podcast.
Go on MTV. No, they don't have that on there. There we go.
I'm really thirsty, and my refrigerator is like 3 feet to my left, but my cord is only like a foot long.
Let's see here.
Really stressful.
Okay, if you go on Reddit, somebody posted like a 1080p copy of all the episodes, so you can watch it on there.
Huh. Here, I'm gonna take my headphones off real quick. I'll be right back, like in 5 seconds. So,
Okay.
Start the story of the thing. We'll continue talking about what the choices will be in a minute.
Okay.
All right. So, go ahead.
So basically, the movie starts out with the penguin being born. It's really gross, and his parents are disgusted about, like, you know, the way he looks and stuff. So later on, you come to find out that, you know, later on in the movie, I would say it's about 2 years past after the whole event with Batman and Joker.
Yeah, which also, sorry, we're butting in, but I had no idea.
You came back fast.
Yeah, I had no idea that this movie was connected like that to the first one until I watched it today. Because I guess I never really paid attention to it. I just paid attention because it was Batman and the Batman dolls. But I didn't know, like, he mentioned Vicky Vale and all that. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So that means, do you think we'll get, this kind of ties into The Flash, these movies that we're talking about. So do you think we'll get more references to stuff that happened in these movies?
Probably.
I hope so. I hope we see them.
I would like to see more villains in that universe.
Ooh, Alfred, do we get... Well, no, the actor that played Alfred, did he die?
I would be surprised. I think he's like, literally, out of that whole series, he's like the only one that's like stayed the same, I believe.
Yeah, he has, and he is my favorite Alfred.
Mm-hmm. I really like the guy who was Alfred in the Snyder movies.
The guy that played Alfred in Gotham was good too, but he was more younger Alfred. He was more tough and teaching Bruce how to fight and stuff.
He was more. He taught Bruce how to fight. There we go.
Who plays Alfred in Batman? Not Andy Serkis. Not the Batman. Ian McKellen. No.
Ian McKellen. Oh, no way.
Napier. That's 1960.
Jeez.
He's dead. After years of service to Bruce, Alfred was stricken with a rare disease. His niece Barbara was. Does it matter?
Yeah, that's why I like that's Batman and Robin I'm thinking of. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm trying to see who played him. Like, I can't find it. What? Why isn't this just telling me? Come on now. Is it Michael Go?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Why don't you just tell me?
What?
Here, continue while I'm doing this.
Okay, so, and there's this whole parade going on, and then you have, what's his name? Her name's Michelle Pfeiffer, right?
Yeah, Catwoman, yeah.
Okay, so you have Michelle Pfeiffer. She works for this guy, this man named Max Schreck.
He is dead, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Who plays him?
Max Schreck.
Christopher Walken. There we go. So Christopher Walken playing Max Schreck.
The guy that played Alfred died in 2011.
Mm. Oh,
he was born in 1916.
1960. Dang, was he really? He was born in 1916?
November 23rd, 1916 in Malaysia. And he died in the United Kingdom on March 17th, 2011.
Okay. Hey, yeah, he lived a good while, though.
He won't be in the...
unless they just do the voice unless they like have a voice. I don't know, because I mean, Batman's probably gonna be old, and
that's true.
So maybe I wonder if they've done. I really wonder what events have happened.
I hope it's inspired by The Dark Knight Returns.
Like, I wonder if we ever got a because obviously Killing Joke probably never happened.
True.
And I wonder if we'll see like their version of Killer Croc or something. I mean, I don't know. It'd be cool if I got Jim Carrey back as.
There were rumors a couple years ago that that Warner Brothers wanted him to play Riddler in the Flash.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but nothing else ever came out of it, unless it's a really well kept secret.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
if it is, it's a really well kept secret.
Yes, I really hope so. I mean, I hope so. It'd be nice, but let's continue with the plot.
Yeah. So, anyways, during the parade, it gets invaded by what seems to be these like skull creatures. They're like, they look like bobbleheads. They invade like the whole parade or whatever. It's not even a parade. It's more like a. I don't know. Do you really know what it was? It was like a grand opening or something, or
there was a lighting of a Christmas tree.
Okay, yeah, the lighting of a Christmas tree, and what looks to be Penguin's gang invades it.
Yeah, what they call them, the seven. I don't know. Batman Bruce called him something in one scene, like the seven something.
Excuse me, I'm even on. I'm not entirely too sure.
I may have to mute my mic in a second because there's gonna be some noise.
Yeah. I don't fully remember.
I keep thinking the Seven Top Gang, but I don't know if that's what he said. I might just continue.
Well, we have to figure all this out. So what also happens is, Batman comes, saves the day, fights, then, the goons escape or whatnot.
Yeah.
And then what happens, it cuts to a scene and it shows Michelle Pfeiffer, also known as, I'm just going to call her Felicia.
Felicia?
Yeah, is that her?
Selena?
Selena, crap. I was thinking about Black Cat. Man, ooh, that's a big no-no. I can't do that. Yeah, Selena. Sorry, I was thinking about Felicia from Marvel, Black Cat. So, so Selena is in her office, and Max Shrek comes up. This whole scene in my head is like a big blur because I don't even really remember what they were talking about. Last thing I remember is, obviously he pushes her out the window. I don't really remember why. Do you or no?
She was gonna expose him for.
Yeah. She found out like they were gonna like. What were they gonna do?
He was doing something with his textile plant, and he was like stealing Gotham's energy or something.
Yeah. Okay. And she finds that out, and then he pushes her out a window, and these cats come around her like lick her or something.
Yeah, the exact same scene happened in Gotham when Selena became Catwoman.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. That's probably the one reason I don't watch that show is because her and Bruce are like childhood friends or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can get fully on board with that.
Not really. She was a thief, and Bruce was all the rich kid, and she witnessed his parents get murdered.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
I remember watching it when it first came out, like the first couple of seasons. I was like, okay, it's kind of cool, and then I just stopped.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens next? Then you cut to a scene and it shows Pink, kind of. By the way, the makeup in this movie is really great on Penguin, like with the nose, the hands, and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It is really good.
Yeah, his hands make me really uncomfortable though.
Oh yeah, like I wish. It makes me like wish. I don't know what to call it. Like I wish we still had that in like movies today. Like I think if they did Penguin now, like you're right to in the Batman, like he ain't gonna have like the whole hands thing.
No, he's not.
And they're gonna obviously it's gonna be a more realistic type of take, which I'm down for. Mm-hmm. Or that's why I like these movies because they're just so over the top.
Yeah.
With it, like how far they go, especially with Tim Burton on board, like he'll put up the creep factor to the max if he has to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like he wants you to be uncomfortable looking at the Penguin, and it works. It completely works.
Mm-hmm. It does.
And so Penguin kind of comes up with this plan to run for mayor for Gotham, so he can.
He doesn't come up with it. Max does.
Oh, Oh, yeah, yeah. He does. Yeah, he wants to team up with him. You're right. You're right about that. Okay. Okay. You even finished the movie, and you know more what's going on. So yeah, Max Strike comes up with a plan to have Penguin run for mayor. And by the way, I really want a poster of the Penguin for mayor. I think like in my room because it looks so cool. It looks really cool.
Yeah, it did look really cool.
Mm-hmm. Because it has like kind of like the classic comic book design to it, and I'm just obviously y'all know me. I'm always down for stuff like that. So he tries to run for mayor. Bruce is obviously very skeptical of that. He kind of like looks into it more and stuff. And there's like this whole scene where he's like doing like a press conference meeting.
Yeah,
is that right?
I think so.
Or like he's doing some type of press conference. And he literally like bites the nose off of some guy.
Yeah, that guy was like, "Oh, they don't have any reflective surfaces in the sewer, do they?" And then they're like, "Ha ha ha ha." The Penguin was laughing. He was like, "Oh, it could be worse. My nose could be gushing blood." And the guy was like, "Huh?" And then he just bit his nose.
And he just bites his nose off.
Not nose off. He just bit his nose in general.
You think Danny DeVito?
He probably actually did it.
He really did bite someone's nose off.
That sounds like something he'd do.
I was just gonna ask. You think he would ever return as a Penguin or
no? Maybe. He's doing that comic book, so I mean that's probably closest we'll get.
I want him to return because it was so good.
The only thing I didn't like about his character is how he had long hair.
Oh, you didn't like the long hair in the back?
No, he needed short hair. Bald on top, little hair and a little bit of hair around.
I mean, I like it because obviously he's been in the sewer, so his hair is gonna be like really long.
Yeah,
long and stuff, and it looks good. Like I don't think I've ever seen so gross hair in my life.
Yeah.
Oh man, like I get like the chills when I look at it.
I do like the design of his outfit though. The top hat.
Yeah, with the top hat.
It's an obnoxiously long top hat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has the kind of like the coat, the super long coat.
Mm-hmm.
So
obviously the umbrellas for days.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, umbrella. I know. Get the long smoke pipe with the monocle.
He had the pipe. That one scene, that guy put it in his mouth and he like threw it out.
He threw it out. Oh, and by the way,
which was a reference to the 1966 Batman because he had that the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say though, literally the poster for this movie is so cool looking.
Yeah,
good with like Batman, Catwoman in the middle, and Penguin on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it looks really good. Good. I mean, and this movie came out what 1992.
I thought it was 1990.
Yeah, 92.
It was 92.
Yeah, it was 92.
Did you look it up?
Yeah. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, yeah.
Which makes sense. It's 2 years after 89, so. Or no, it's 3 years. It's 3. Yeah, golly.
Normally they wait 2 years to make sequels, but for some reason they didn't. Hold on, sorry about that.
they try to make a good script, I guess. And by the way, I almost completely forgot about Catwoman. She is fierce in this movie. I don't think I've ever wanted to because I used to not like her. I used to actually hate this movie when I was a really little kid and stuff, because obviously when you're a kid, you just like the Joker almost. I mean, for most kids, it's like Batman and the Joker, and that's almost it. And yeah, I guess Clayface, or not Clayface, but I don't know. For me, I only like Joker, and that was it. I thought Two-Face was okay, but it was Batman and Joker, and that's it. You had no one else. And so, but I after watching it, I'd say about 2 years ago, and again today, this ends up being like my favorite live action Batman movie. Yeah, purely because of the villains. I mean, you got the villain, you got the Penguin, obviously, and then you got kind of the anti-villain, Catwoman.
Yeah,
And like her claws in this are like
they're
crazy
weird.
looking. Like it's like Edward Scissorhands, but on fingers, basically.
They're
like,
what are they? They're like sewing needles or something.
If there's one, I just want to. I'll get back to the summary, but if there's one issue I have with this movie, I think it literally came out on like the wrong time of the year.
Yeah, it was a Christmas movie, wasn't it? But it didn't come out during Christmas.
Like literally, like the first teaser poster of the movie is showing the bat symbol with like ice on it and stuff. It says the bat, the cat, the penguin. I'm like, oh, that looks cool. And then I'm seeing it now. It came out June 19th in the middle of summer.
It should have been. It should have came out in December.
It should have came out like November or December. I mean,
Christmas movie.
It still would have done well.
Is this a Christmas movie?
I'd say yeah. I'd say it's a Christmas movie. If people can say Die Hard's a Christmas movie, Gremlins is a Christmas movie, this can be a Christmas movie. Okay. I don't care. I mean, it has all the. I mean, it takes place during Christmas. It plays Christmas music.
True.
You know, and at the very end, you know, kind of Alfred. I mean, Batman or Bruce goes home with Alfred to celebrate Christmas and stuff. It gives like a warm feeling at some point. You know, like you'll be in the Wayne Manor. And you'll be, it's like, it's toasty in there. It's snowing outside. Like, come on.
How do you know?
It's toasty. It's toasty in there. It's like
a fake fireplace.
Perfect. And everybody's wearing Christmas suits, or that's like Christmas out, like very red, green, and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, the only people that are is like Batman, Catwoman, and the Penguin.
We should probably get back into the summary because I can't. I'm going to have to go here soon. So
yeah.
This is gonna be a shorter episode, maybe shorter than Fantastic Four.
I know. Unfortunately, it's something we'd actually like.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Penguin tries to run for mayor. They end up killing what's her face? Like she was like the Christmas pageant girl, or kind of like to show off, like, hey, she's gonna like the tree. Oh yeah, she's beautiful. They end up killing her and framing Batman for it. So they think Batman's the root of all the problems.
Yeah.
But later on, it gets revealed that Penguin did this whole setup, and the final fight is in the Gotham Zoo in the Penguin section. Which I think is, perfect.
Yeah, that's good.
But they got like real penguins.
Those are real. They looked fake.
Yeah, they're. I think probably some of them were fake, but I know they got some real ones.
Like they look like puppets.
I'm sure some of them were probably like animatronics, but I know they got some real penguins there for some scenes, which I think is cool. I say another thing I don't care about this movie is I don't like that. I hate he's wearing that whole like suit at the end, not like the one with the top hat or anything, but like his whole like I don't even know what you call it, like I guess a jumpsuit kind of.
Yeah,
like it looks like something you wear to go to bed.
Yeah, it's like underclothes or something.
Yeah, his undergarments or whatever. I mean, at least he was wearing like the top hat and stuff.
One thing I can say is that I don't like how they killed him at the end.
Oh yeah, that's probably my one issue with both these movies, is that they kill the main villain. I mean, which I'll be fine if it was they actually just did it with Joker, but I think they should have kept Danny DeVito, or kept the Penguin around, like he went in jail or whatever, you know. Or something. I don't know. Catwoman. At least Catwoman lives. I'm surprised they didn't kill her off in some way.
Yeah.
But because they fight in the thing.
They killed Max.
Well, how does Penguin die? Because I know. Does he get shot or? That's right. Okay. Yeah, I know he falls off. I know he falls off and like to the lake or the water or whatever.
What happened to him? Oh man, how did he die?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I just remember him like blood coming from his mouth, and he was like, "I go for a nice, refreshing sip of cold water," and then he just falls.
Yeah, he just falls in the water.
And the penguins they carry him out or whatever.
Yeah, carry him out. They push him into the water and kind of like floats away. I don't remember how he dies. How's that all?
Let me look. Look at us, so unprepared for a podcast.
I know, it's very unprepared.
Okay, how did Penguin die? Batman returns. Batman foils the scheme and the Penguin dies following a climactic duel with Dark Knight where he succumbs to the wounds sustained from the fall from his ceiling and from the toxic sewage. His Penguin family carries out a makeshift funeral, pushing his body back into the water.
Okay.
Cool fun fact here. The guy that played the Penguin's dad in this movie at the beginning of it also played the Penguin's dad in Gotham.
In Gotham?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Yeah. Pee Wee Herman.
Okay, yeah, so he kind of just falls.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's really, he just falls, really.
It's kind of a boring death.
You're kind of anticlimactic.
Well, so did Joker. He fell, too.
Yeah, he fell.
Why does everyone fall? Batman just kills people by fall damage.
Yeah, I mean, practically. But, I mean, probably the best in this game was Max Schreck. Him dying.
Yeah.
I mean, hated he died. Well, no, I'm glad he did because he wasn't a good person, but still.
Yeah.
Like, literally, Catwoman, it's kind of cool because I think what they were going to do at one point, they were considering of making him Two-Face. Or I don't know if that was like a rumor.
Who was again? Say that again.
Apparently, there's a rumor that they were going to make Max Schreck into Two-Face, even though Harvey Dent was already established in the first game.
Yeah, in the first movie.
And, well, his death was supposed to be like how he turned into the Penguin, into Two-Face. So, like, what happens is I remember this more because it's more climactic and more like crazy than Penguins. Is Catwoman grabs onto an electric wire, an exposed one, and she like kisses Max Schreck.
Yeah,
and it like freaking electrocutes him to death, and it's pretty gruesome. I mean, it's not like bloody or anything. It's just like whoa, you know. And apparently, what was going to happen? I don't remember if this was like a rumor or not, but like apparently, it's supposed to get like half of his face somehow. And he was going to be like Two-Face for like a sequel or something.
Huh. That's weird because Billy D. Williams supposed to be Two-Face. Well, I guess that would make sense, because I mean, Batman Forever was next, and it still continues the story. It's just different actors.
Yeah, it's completely different actors and stuff. So,
but that would have made sense because Two-Face was the villain in that movie.
Yeah, I don't know why they changed. I mean, it wasn't Harvey Dent. This is weird. He's not even in the sequel. He's not even in this movie.
No,
unless I'm forgetting something because I know he's in the first one.
He's not in this one.
I would love to see that. You know what? Fun fact: the person who played Harvey Dent in Batman '89 plays Two-Face in the Lego Batman movie.
Yeah. I knew that. I remember.
And they inspired it off. I remember hearing that, and I was like, "Oh, that's a great idea."
Yeah,
I'm glad they did that. Whoever had that idea deserves a raise.
Definitely not Warner Brothers.
Definitely not Warner Brothers. All I hope is for this. I just hope these movies. I hope people watch these movies instead of like at least like the new and the old stuff because these movies, I mean, they still hold up to this day.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, I don't have you could really nitpick. Obviously these movies are not perfect.
No.
Perfect at all. But I mean, I totally recommend them. To any, not even superhero fans. If you just want to watch, like I could probably get like my a good friend of mine. She ain't really into comic book movies, but I was like, hey, you want to watch Batman Returns? She'll probably be like, what? No, I don't watch Batman. I was like, oh, I want to try it out. We'll watch it. Well, I'm sure she'll like it. At least I hope she would.
Yeah, I think Iron Man's a better introduction into the first superhero movie.
No, what do you think about the Nolan movies? You think those would be?
Well, that's all, we barely remember some of the details happening in these movies. Like, or not gonna barely remember anything from those movies. There's so much stuff that happens in those.
Oh yeah, there's so many things. I don't even really want to do an extra beat for that because I want to just butcher everything. So, but luckily in the next one, if people do vote on Christopher Reeve Superman, we really have one movie to focus on. So it will probably be more. It will look probably better, and we'll probably start going with that format for a while.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's go into the rating because I know you have to go soon.
Yeah.
So what would you rate this movie?
A 7 out of 10.
A 7? That's preposterous, boy.
I'm sorry. It's higher than a 5, which means it's better than average.
Yeah,
and it's a really good movie, but I think there were, I don't know, something about it just doesn't click with me. Maybe it's like the feeling of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Something
because some people like 89 and they just don't like Returns at all.
Yeah,
and I hate it because it literally ended. This movie ended the whole Tim Burton thing because it was just too dark for Warner Brothers and just families and stuff because they're like, oh cool, another Batman movie. And then you come in there, Penguin's like saying some pretty risque stuff, biting off people's noses. And and then they made like McDonald's Happy Meal toys out of it. And literally, I hate watching this I was watching this documentary about these movies, and it was how Warner Bros. Told them they don't want to make another one. They kind of they didn't tell them they wanted to they're kind of breaking it easy to them in a way.
Yeah.
So they're like, hey, what if you you take a break for a while? And he's like, what do you mean a break? I can totally do a third one. And they're like, nah, I think, you've worked so hard in these last two. I think we think you deserve
a break. He's
like, oh, we don't think. He's like, oh, you don't want me to make another one, do y'all? He's like, what?
Do you want to know what Tim Burton's Batman 3 would have looked like and exactly why it didn't happen?
Oh, no.
You don't want to know?
I do want to know. Sorry.
I was going to say, what?
I didn't even know there was a third one in the making.
There was going to be. So the Burton Schumacher series began in 1989 with the film simply titled Batman, directed by Tim Burton with Michael Keaton as the title character. The film was critical and financial success and inspired the equally successful and unforgettable Batman the Animated Series. Its success also made way for a sequel, Batman Returns, in 1992, and with Burton and Keaton back, Batman Returns received positive reviews and did very well at the box office, but when the moment arrived to make a third Batman film, trouble began. Now, this is all according to Screen Rant. This is an article by... Titled Batman Forever and released in 1995, it had Joel Schumacher as director and a whole new cast, with Val Kilmer as Batman, Chris O'Donnell as Robin, and Tommy Lee Jones as Harvey Dent / Two-Face. It was followed by Batman and Robin 2 years later, now with George Clooney as Batman, and it was a very bad ending to the series, with the film being regarded as one of the worst superhero films ever made. All these changes in cast, director, and story weren't part of the plan, and Burton had ideas for a third Batman film that, had it happened, would have taken the series on a completely different direction. All right, here we go. But Burton's Batman 3 would have been a true sequel to Returns. Tim Burton's Batman 3 would have reportedly been titled Batman Continues, which is pretty much what the film was going to do. Batman Continues would have had Keaton as the Caped Crusader once again, and would have counted with Michelle Pfeiffer and Billy D. Williams reprising their roles as Catwoman and Harvey Dent, respectively. By having all these characters and their actors back, Batman Continues would have brought together all three films. Williams opted out of Batman Returns, and Christopher Walken's Max Schreck was added instead. So, okay. So, yeah. And would have served as a proper sequel to Batman Returns. Basically, it would have been the cohesion that Batman Forever lacked, but the title would have still been bad. But very much like Batman Forever, Batman 3 included the Riddler, but Burton had a very specific idea for the character. His plan was to have none other than Robin Williams play Edward Nygma, a.k.a. the Riddler, but the late comedian had a weird history with the Batman universe and Burton. Williams was approached to play the Joker in Batman. Robin Williams is the Joker? But Jack Nicholson ultimately got the role. Burton then approached him again in hopes that he would play the Riddler in Batman 3, but when Burton left and Schumacher arrived, those plans changed and Jim Carrey became the Riddler. And so Robin Williams never got to be in a Batman film.
Robin Williams as the Riddler. I wonder. I like to see how that would have done.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Especially a Tim Burton version of Riddler.
Mm-hmm.
There, I like to see how that would have went down.
Yeah.
And I almost completely forgot. I guess it doesn't make any mention of Robin in the movie, in the third synopsis or whatever. Because Robin was supposed to be in Returns.
I haven't got to the rest of it yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if there's anything about Robin, but I think there might be. Oh, this is cool. Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman was revealed to be alive and well at the end of Batman Returns, making it possible for her to return in a sequel. As mentioned above, Pfeiffer was one of the actors that would have come back for the third Batman film with Burton on the lead, but it's unknown what her role in the story would have been. However, once Warner Bros. Started to develop Batman Forever without Burton, a Catwoman spin-off was announced, with Pfeiffer reprising her role and Burton attached as director. The film would have opened after her collapse in Batman Returns, following an amnesiac Selina Kyle. In the end, Burton dropped out and the project was left in development for years until it became the critically panned Catwoman with Halle Berry as the title character.
Ugh, it's not even Catwoman. I've seen that movie.
Billy D. Williams, Harvey Dent likely would have become Two-Face. Billy D. Williams played Harvey Dent in Batman and was completely absent from Batman Returns. It was still possible for him to come back in a future sequel. An early draft of Batman Returns had everything set up for Harvey Dent to become Two-Face in Batman 3, with Catwoman shocking him at the end. This is what you talk about, thus prompting his villainous transformation. Those scenes were rewritten to fit Walken's Max Schreck, but Williams' return was still a possibility. Schumacher had other ideas and instead cast Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face, who was reluctant to accept the role, but did so after his son's insistence.
Okay.
Here's where Robin comes in.
Okay.
Marlon Wayans was contracted to play Robin. Perhaps you know Marlon Wayans, right?
Yeah,
you know
I'm not too familiar with him, but I've seen him talk about like interviews and stuff about like the. Yeah. But what does it say about Robin?
Perhaps the most surprising element from Batman 3 was that it would have had Marlon Wayans as Dick Grayson, aka Robin. And Wayans' history with the Batman series is actually a pretty interesting one. Wayans was supposed to play Robin in Batman Returns, but Burton decided to keep him for a future film as there were already too many characters in the story. Wayans even attended a wardrobe fitting and was signed for a sequel, and could have made his debut in Batman 3 had Schumacher not had different ideas and cast Chris O'Donnell instead. However, Wayans received a penalty fee as his contract allowed him an option of reprise, and as of 2018, he was still receiving royalty payments. But this is why the movie didn't happen. Unlike many other cases in which a director leaves a film due to creative differences or conflicts with the studio, Burton's departure was provoked by an external force, McDonald's. Ronald McDonald's junk food empire seizes every opportunity to sell all the toys and cups with different characters that it can produce, and Burton's Batman films are no exception. Prior to the release of Batman Returns, McDonald's featured Batman, Catwoman, and the Penguin on all its products. But once the film came out, everything changed drastically. Parents weren't totally okay with the film's dark tone, and didn't find it suitable for children. Unsurprisingly, some even threatened to boycott the fast food chain. Warner Bros. Heard them loud and clear and asked Burton to step down, and the rest is history.
Yeah, so...
Wait, one more little tiny paragraph. After all these years, it's highly unlikely Burton would go back to the superhero genre, especially Batman's universe, so his Batman 3 will only live in the imagination of fans. Of course, it's impossible to say if the film would have saved the series or not, though Batman and Robin probably wouldn't have happened, at least not as it did. But it would have surely brought together all the films and made the series feel as such.
Yeah. I mean, it really sucks because, I mean, I love both of these movies.
Yeah, I think this movie would have been really good.
Oh, yeah, third one? Yeah. Not Chris O'Donnell. What's his name? Who's going to play Robin originally?
Marlon Wayans.
Because there's like, apparently, I don't know if they're out in the wild, but there was like toys made of him. Like, I mean, it must have been close for it to be like toys made and stuff,
Yeah.
So, I honestly believe, I actually, from what I'm seeing from like the toys and all that, it looks, I mean, I love that Robin design. It looks perfect. Perfect. I mean, I really wish we saw what Tim Burton would have done with Robin.
Yeah.
In these movies, but I guess we will never see that. But maybe you think he could ever say in Flash?
I don't know.
What if Marlon Wayne came in and he's like Nightwing or something?
I guess that'd be kind of cool.
Wait, no, that wouldn't make sense because Schumacher films. Dang it. Okay, so never mind. But I don't think I can work then.
Yeah. Well, that's all I really have to talk about for these movies. We did a good hour and
yeah. Oh, I didn't even give my
what's your rating?
9. That's what it is.
Oh, so we got a 7 and a 9. Yeah.
I mean, it's good. It's great. It's fantastic. That's pretty. I mean, that's all I have to say about these movies.
Yeah. I guess we can get ready to end it off.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, that was the Comic Book Burrito Extra Beef, where we, as you heard, discussed the 2 Tim Burton Batman films and what the third one would have been. It was a good episode. Had fun. Love those movies.
Yeah, I do too.
This episode, well, you already know this now. It's dropping on Tuesday, so you're watching it on Tuesday. But next week's episode will be on Wednesday, and it will continue to be on Wednesdays. And so keep that in mind. So you're not looking for an extra beef episode on Tuesdays, and you're like, where is it? I'm unsubscribing. It's not there.
Or you can just unsubscribe. you just do it. Please don't unsubscribe.
Please.
We especially with Fantastic Four. I suffer too much for that. I'm glad watching these movies, even after watching Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
it feels way better now just to watch something really good. Watch 2 good movies in a row.
Yeah. I wanted to say this, by the way. I don't want to get into it yet because I've only seen a little bit, but I've started watching Titans.
Uh-oh.
And the first episode has been pretty good so far.
Okay. I've heard some things. I've been thinking about starting a new DC show, and I'm thinking about doing Doom Patrol.
I've seen the first season of that.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll check it out. Tell me how Titans is, because I've just heard really bad things about it.
I've heard this new 3rd season that just came out is really good, and that Red Hood is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, from the trailers, I don't like the look of it. Because of like what Dick Grayson says and stuff. I'm like, man, that doesn't even seem like him. So I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, you're going to really have to tell me about it when you're watching the first season or whatever.
Oh well. But yeah, that was the episode. Next, we got a poll coming up. I guess today we'll do it today and end it on. Well, no, we'll put the poll up on Wednesday.
Stories last for 24 hours. So
we'll put the story up on Wednesday because that's when the episode, or Tuesday. That's when the episode's dropping, and then we'll just keep it going till Friday, if we even. But so we'll do that. Your choices will be the. Oh God! What were the choices? Sorry.
Choices were Christopher Reeve, Superman, number 1.
Yeah, and then.
I guess. Did you say the Joel Schumacher films?
No. We want to do Marvel.
Well, I said that we never came to the decision with a Marvel show.
I know. Maybe it doesn't have to be a show. It can be a movie too. Or trilogy.
You want to do some Angry Hulk?
I guess.
I guess. I don't know. What are you talking about?
MTV Spider-Man. That was what it was.
I wanted to do that, but you said you didn't have a way to watch it.
I can have an Amazon Fire Stick, and I have like a thing I can watch movies on there with, and like shows.
Okay.
So
okay. Well, we got a whole series on DVD. Okay, MTV Spider-Man.
If it comes to the chance that I can't watch it on there, then we'll change it. We'll let you guys know.
Yeah, we'll update it. I have the whole series on DVD, so I'm set.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was that.
Okay, well, yeah. Stop stalling. Let's just end the episode.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this one. We'll see you on Saturday for the next episode of the Comic Book Burrito. You can contact us if you have any questions, concerns, corrections. You can contact me on Instagram at DarianH4404. That's DARIENIENH4404.
And you can get me on Instagram at Spider_Landon, or you can get our official Instagram account at the Comic Book Burrito.
Yeah. With that being said, we're out of here, guys. Bye.
See ya.
I'm Batman.